Welcome to the Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast, where we help you take the next step in your fantasy journey. Here's your host, Jake.
What's up, everybody? My name is Jake, and I'm again joined by, screw my friend Jordan, Adam is here. Adam, how you doing?
Hey guys, good to be back. You know, Jake was so happy to see me actually here that he was in shock for about 5 minutes, so we had to wait for that, folks. That's why we're a little late.
Yeah,
here,
sorry about that.
You know,
Yeah. It was Jake's fault.
good to be back.
We were all on time.
But Jordan, how are you, bud?
Great. Never better.
God, it's a
Thanks
good
for
day.
asking.
Good.
Yeah,
It's a good
summer
day.
for you,
Yes,
Adam,
it
huh?
is.
Yeah.
Summertime.
Yep.
Uh,
Summertime. Done with school. Done with the kids.
Ooh.
done with the kids, and that means Adam's back. Adam, yeah, looking at, I don't know if you can see our stream right here, but I have to say, can you tell which one of the three of us has a new camera and who doesn't? Because Jordan's looking
Jordan,
awfully crisp,
amen.
and you and I do not look that
Amen.
way.
That is crystal clear imaging over here.
We're gonna have to upgrade here
It
soon.
is.
Yeah.
You can see your pores. But
Yeah, why don't you get really close here, actually?
yeah.
Wow, look at those
bad.
pores.
Wow. Yeah.
So we're continuing our breakdowns of the divisions. This is our last one for the AFC, which is kind of weird, actually, that we've already done 3 of these. And we decided to wait for the AFC West because your boy Adam is here and he has things to talk about. I don't have a game. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't know. We didn't know if Adam was for sure gonna be here, so I didn't think of anything. Unless you got some random thick cards next to you, Adam.
Well, I got a random question for you, though.
Oh, let's hear it.
Ooh.
What Broncos receiver, since we're talking the AFC West, okay?
Yeah.
What Broncos receiver was a fantasy football gem in 2010? Kyle Orton was the quarterback.
2010. Oh gosh. All right. If you're in the live on YouTube right now in the chat, why don't you give us your best guess here?
He started his career with
2010.
the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm gonna guess
Was it?
Eddie Royal.
No, he
Ah!
started his career with the Denver Broncos.
Oh, that's right.
Jordan?
I got nothing.
I got nothing. What
Who is even the,
is it?
who's the running
Wait,
back?
in the chat, Jamie says, was it Demaryius Thomas?
Nope, he was a rookie and very injured that year.
2010.
Brandon
this-
Lloyd.
Kyle Orton was the quarterback. It's Brandon Lloyd.
Brandon Lloyd.
Brandon
Joey in the
Lloyd.
chat hits it.
Brandon
In our
Lloyd.
chat, we got Joey. He says, let's effing go. Stands for freaking, of course. Joey says, I'm starting to think Adam is just an AI hologram. Jordan in 4K.
Like Star Wars.
Yikes. Yikes. Don says, who's Adam? Glad to see you, buddy. Missed you at the draft. I know he was talking
Good to
about
see
you a
you,
lot,
Don.
Adam, when we were there. So,
Oh, good.
Adam, I'm looking up this roster now. 2010. Kyle Orton, Noshawn Marino, Jabbar Gaffney,
Jabbar.
Brandon
Yep.
Lloyd, Eddie Royal.
Eddie
Wow.
Royal. Yep.
Wow.
Stellar.
Excellent.
Excellent. Okay, we're hit with a quick question before we get into this too hard here. Start, sit, cut, or I'm sorry, keep, trade, cut. Why don't we answer this one coming from Joey? Aaron Jones, Austin Eckler, Gus Edwards,
Keep
Jordan.
Aaron Jones.
Okay, Adam, go ahead.
Keep Austin Eckler. Cut Gus Edwards.
No, who are you trading?
Yeah,
said
who you
keep
trading
twice.
then?
Oh, keep trading cut. Okay, so I'm keeping who did I say?
Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones?
Aaron Jones. I'm trading Austin Eckler because some guy would give me something for him, and I'm cutting Gus Edwards.
I'm
I,
doing something different.
I'm switching the last two.
I'm keeping Gus Edwards.
Oh,
I'm cutting Austin Eckler, and I'm trading Aaron Jones.
oh yeah, I do it backwards. I'm keeping Aaron Jones. The second part of this right here is who you're trading. If it's someone who you know, knows their stuff, then you're probably trading Gus Edwards because no one wants Austin Eckler. Right?
No one wants Austin Eckler.
But if someone
No
who
one.
doesn't know what they're talking about is going off name value, then you're trading Austin Eckler and cutting Gus Edwards. All right, let's
No,
get
I
into
like Gus. I like Gus as a Charger. Come on.
As a Charger? Oh, that's right. I forgot. We're going to talk about him. Good segue.
Yeah, come on.
So why don't we go ahead and get into this?
Wait, Jake.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before we do it, Adam, do you have anything you want to say to Jordan? Because Jordan's got some news to talk about.
Oh,
Jordan.
news.
Thank you, Adam. Yeah. Just some big contracts that got signed, so I wanted to share them. I think the biggest one, Justin Jefferson, 4 years, $140 million extension to stay with Minnesota.
Wow.
That's so dumb.
What do you mean that's dumb?
You can't pay a receiver like that and win.
You
Oh,
can
yes,
when your
you
quarterback
can.
is J.J. McCarthy.
That's fair. But like,
It's Sam Darnold.
you know who this
Or Sam Darnold, yeah.
You know who this screws? The Cowboys. Because CeeDee Lamb's going to want the same, if not more, and you can't pay Dak and pay him. And you're already paying Dak a nice amount of money, you know?
Yeah.
This is not what you want.
Yeah.
It's resetting the wide receiver market, and it's going to screw every team that has a good quarterback and a good receiver.
Yeah.
You know, the
Yeah.
Cowboys, just real briefly, they're in limbo, man. They didn't sign anybody. Their draft class was poo-poo. And now they got to pay CeeDee Lamb, but they also paid Zeke Elliott to return. So good for the Cowboys.
Whoop-de-doo.
Yeah, Cowboys,
Yeah, well,
after this season, are going to be in a weird spot. They'll be fun to watch.
All right, yeah.
Speaking of resetting markets.
Yes or no? Yes or no? And you don't have to book anything, but yes or no? Is Dak on the Cowboys next year?
Yes.
no.
I'm gonna say no as well.
No,
No.
he'll be on the Cowboys.
I think we see a Kirk Cousins situation where he just walks and goes somewhere else.
Cool.
Yeah.
I also think, though, just to fully screw the Cowboys, that they're gonna win 10 games, if not more, right? And they'll
Right.
be good enough where they won't get a really good pick, and then they'll lose Dak, and they won't be able to take a very good quarterback, and they'll end up with someone crappy like Bo Nix. So here we go.
They have Trey Lance, Jake. Don't
They
forget.
sure
Your boy
do.
Trey Lance.
We'll talk about Bo.
You just come
Anyway,
out the game with the Bo Nix grab.
We'll get
huh?
there.
All right.
We'll get there.
Okay.
Keep going.
All right. Speaking of resetting markets, the running back market, Christian McCaffrey re-ups it. He signs a 2-year extension, $19 million a year. Something like $24 million guaranteed. So good for him.
Good for him.
Yeah.
'Cause
So
I
you think
well
that that's
deserved.
good, but you
Yes.
think that Justin Jefferson's bad?
Yes, because the next best receiver, I don't even know actually off the top of my head what running back's like the next one that's supposed to get paid, but they're not getting that money. They just won't. Like it's different. It's
Easy to say you're not as good as McCaffrey.
Yeah,
but people like CeeDee Lamb and Jamar Chase, they're
all
no,
the
I'm just as
same.
good
Like
as-"
they're all
Yeah,
really good,
I see what you're
and
saying.
we've already went through the whole running backs aren't getting paid thing, and that's not going to change, unless you are Christian McCaffrey, and no one is Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. All right, last one. Jalen Waddle signed a deal, 3 years, $85 million. It is what it is. That's nothing fancy. All right, moving on. I'm ready for the AFC West, Jake.
Got $15 million more than my boy Nico.
How do you feel about that, Jake?
I like Nico.
Yeah,
Yeah, you got any
And-
comments? Or?
I'm sure the Texans like his deal a lot too.
Yeah, sure. They sure do. Hey,
Uh.
don't forget, Devonta Smith got signed like 2 months ago for not this kind of money.
Yeah.
Which is he's definitely kicking
No.
himself. What's the better value though,
yeah.
guys? McCaffrey at 19 or Jefferson at 35?
McCaffrey at 19. But
Um,
he's a running back, so you knew it was going to be less.
Yeah, but I would agree as well. I think that I don't want to be the Packers and be that guy, but the Packers are right now showing like you don't have to have this. You know, you can have a bunch of just good guys and still win games. So you don't need that top end guy.
Which
Yeah, it
means,
certainly helps, though.
that's a
It
big
certainly
segue.
helps. That's very true. Though.
Certainly helps. Yeah.
All right, let's get to it.
That's
Why don't we go ahead and start with? Why don't you, as a Broncos fan, we'll leave the Broncos for last. Okay.
Perfect.
Perfect. We are going to go based on hatred for you. What teams do you hate the least of the three?
Who
Who do
you,
you
I've
hate
been-
the least?
I've been very vocal.
Yes.
Oh, who do I hate the least?
do you
I've
hate
been
the
very
least?
vocal about who I hate the most.
Yep.
I least hate the Chargers.
All right, let's start there. So we're going to start with the Chargers. They are right at the bottom there. All right, so we got Justin Herbert, finished as quarterback 17, only played 13 games last year. Going in the 12th round, quarterback 17. So he's going right where he finished last year.
That's a crime.
I'm just going to kick that to Jordan. What do you think?
That's a crime. I'll take that deal every single time. Like, we're talking about waiting on quarterbacks. Justin Herbert in the 12th. I love it. He finished his QB 17 last year, and he only played 13 games.
Are you gonna mock? Sorry, for anyone listening later, Adam is just mocking Jordan. Are you gonna mock everyone in this division?
Depends how I feel. I'm a man. I have feelings.
You don't think Justin Herbert is
depends how I feel.
QB 17? You don't think he's a low end QB 2? That's great value. I got no problem with that.
I think he's a QB 1.
No, you said it's a crime. That's kind of why I was being like I was.
Is Justin Herbert this upcoming year in fantasy a QB 1? He's finishing in the top 10.
No.
Adam says no.
Adam says no.
I don't think
Not
so.
even with Jim Harbaugh.
So I think what
Not
I
Cap,
don't
Jim
think
Harbaugh.
so, but I think it's possible.
I think what caps him is that they're going to run 40 times. So I mean, I don't see last year.
Who's the guy to throw to?
What was that?
Who's the guy to throw to? We'll get there, but
We'll get there, but that's a good point too. So Justin Herbert averaged 39 passes last season per game. I don't see that happening again. That's the problem, right? We'll talk about.
Right.
I'll answer the who's he throwing to. Who did he throw to last year? And he was being drafted as this guy. So I mean he has Josh Palmer, which I do like Josh Palmer. I will say, but he's being taken right where he finished last year. I think the upside's a lot better. So,
yeah, I've got some thoughts. I think he is not as hyped as people. It's unrealistic to think he's going to be QB1. I'm sorry. At this point in his career,
a QB1.
what have you done?
A QB1.
Oh, a QB1. No,
So meaning you're finishing in the top 10.
Even that. Right, even that. I think it's just he hasn't done enough. He has Jim Harbaugh now. Whoop-de-doo, Basil. It's something where he's just disappointed people, including Charger fans, every year. And yes, they're like, oh, well, it was Brandon Staley. That's a big part of it. Brandon Staley was a bum. But I stand by what I say when I say Justin Herbert is one of the most overrated quarterbacks in the league based on NFL analysts.
All right. Hey, okay. These are the guys going around him. I want your order. Rank these quarterbacks. Jaden Daniels, Justin Herbert, Tua, Trevor Lawrence. Put them in an order. Which ones you'd want?
Tua, Herbert. Who was after Tua?
Daniels or Lawrence? Jaden
Lawrence
Daniels or
and then Daniels.
So you put him in second in that list.
Well, yeah, but I still think he's overhyped.
Yeah, well, that would put him as QB 14 instead of QB 17.
See, out of the top 10.
Yeah.
What am I doing? I'm just sticking to my guns here.
So you're saying the value's good. That's all I'm trying to say. At 17, the value's good.
I'm just going to say it. I really like Daniel's upside there.
So vendetta about Justin Herbert. Yes, I like the value.
You like Daniels on the Commanders?
I do.
All right.
But maybe not over all of them. But anyways, all right, keep it moving. Running backs, we got Gus Edwards going in the 13th round. And then we also have J.K. Dobbins there, who's not on our list here, but I like Gus Edwards. Yeah, go ahead and talk about Gus.
I like Gus Edwards. This I like because of Jim Harbaugh. Gus Edwards played a fully healthy season last year. Coming in, he's the guy. He's going to be the every down back. I guess J.K. Dobbins is kind of around, but I'm not as worried about him because of his injury history. I like me some Gus Edwards. In the 13th round? Come on.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
It's a good value.
I agree. I really like that. I will say that, assuming health and everything, J.K. Dobbins is probably one of the better handcuffs in the league, though, right now.
You're probably right.
So I think he should be drafted, assuming you're healthy. We'll talk. We'll get to the receivers in a sec. We'll hit Hayden Hurst. You're not drafting him. Don't worry about it. And then it's just true. You're probably not drafting him. I mean, all tight ends, you're just looking for touchdown upside, and I guess it's possibly
Unless it's
there.
Tommy Tremble.
Unless it's Tommy Tremble, who we'll get to.
Tommy Tremble.
All right, receivers. We got Quentin Johnston going in the 16th round. We got Josh Palmer going in the 14th round. And we got Ladd McConkey, who a 10th round ADP right now. So going, kind of circling back, if you haven't seen our other episodes, we talked rookies weren't quite having ADPs. So right now they're starting to get ADPs. And a 10th round ADP for Ladd McConkey is higher than I thought it was going to be.
But do you like it, Jake? You're a Ladd McConkey fan.
I do. I love me some Ladd McConkey. I talked about him when we were at the draft all weekend. Love the landing spot.
Yeah.
I do like
I
Ladd.
want a bold prediction here.
Oh, no. There's no such thing as bold predictions on this podcast. And you are behind, so you better book some stuff.
Come on.
Book it. I know. I'm going to book that Quentin Johnston, who has the worst ADP out of those three, has more yards than those other two. I think he'll eclipse 1,000 yards, and he will have at least 6 touchdown receptions. That's my book. He'll finish better than those two.
You're saying he's finished in the top 20. That's what you're saying.
Yes.
For receivers.
I think he's going to bounce back real nice. No bias either.
Adam coming back with a vengeance there. What
I'll say
that is.
I have a book it. I think,
What, that
and
not gonna happen?
it's not huge, but I think Ladd McConkey finishes top 3 for rookie receivers.
Oh, I was like, ooh, okay.
Rookie receivers.
Okay, yep.
I like Ladd McConkey more than all of these guys. I also think though that Quentin Johnston in the 16th round is really good value. It makes me. I don't love the Ladd McConkey in the 10th round. I don't love that. I would prefer to see him in the 14th and then say, by draft time, he would be a little higher in 10th, 11th, 12th. I think this ADP will probably stick, right? I don't see it moving very much. Joey in the chat says, do you really consider Quentin Johnston a wide receiver? Because don't you have to be able to catch the ball? That was my thought as well.
He'll be better.
He'll be better. All right.
Adam says it.
Adam says it.
Wow.
All right. So, Adam, who do you hate the second most?
So this is kind of maybe a shock. The Chiefs second most.
I believe that.
Not a shock. I believe that for a second.
I know who Adam hates the most.
I'm serious.
I'm saying I believe that. That's definitely one I believe.
All right, we'll start with Patty Mahomes. Let's talk to Patty Mahomes. Jordan, going in the 4th round, finishes QB8 actually, which is lower than you typically see from him. Definitely kind of hit you in the gonads last year if you drafted him in the 2nd round. So, do you like him at 4.9? He's QB3.
No.
Okay.
No, I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, he's a top 5 quarterback, finishing as QB8 last year. Might have been a little bit of an outlier. Hopefully they reboot that receiver room a little bit. They have some more exciting pieces there. But to me, it's kind of, if you're taking someone that high, it's like guaranteed finish 1, 2, or 3, right? And Pat Mahomes is an excellent player, and they'll win a lot of games, and they'll probably win the Super Bowl. But fantasy-wise, sometimes he doesn't deliver the same way.
Go ahead, Adam.
So he'll finish in the top 10. He'll be a great, like, if you have him, you're starting him every single week. But am I taking him with my 4th round pick? Probably not.
Adam,
can we just stop saying the Chiefs will win the Super Bowl? I'm a firm believer you speak something into existence. So no, they're not winning the Super Bowl over my dead body. Okay, they probably will. But anyway, yeah, I agree with Jordan's take on that. I don't got much to say.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably gonna win the Super Bowl.
God dang it, 3 for 3.
If anyone has a shot, it's them.
Yep.
But if you're asked, are you betting the Chiefs or the field? You're taking the field. But I don't feel great about it.
Are you taking the field?
You always take the field in those situations. But of all other teams and the field, the Chiefs are the last one I want to go up against.
Yeah.
I do want to say, just like Jordan said, though, there's too many question marks about the receiving room right now. Like, it's not going to go smoothly for them all the time. He's going to have that game where he throws 3 picks, so I just don't. I don't think that's worth where he is.
Well,
I mean, he's going to finish top 10. He's going to finish in the top 10. It just, is he going to finish in the top 3?
Yep.
Maybe not.
Exactly.
I think it's less likely he finishes in the top 3 than it is if he finishes, 6, 7, or 8. So.
Agreed. So running back, we got Isaiah Pacheco finishes running back 17 last year. He's currently going in the fourth, a pick after Mahomes as running back 12. I like Pacheco. I do. This is right where I would expect him to go. And if he stays here, I'm okay with it. Low end running back. I mean, he's being drafted as a high end running back too, and I definitely feel better with that. Like as your second running back. But there's definitely strategies out there that we can
the guy
talk.
runs.
Whoa. There's
Lay it on the audio here, boys.
yeah, you are.
Little leg shoots. Okay, so hold on. He runs like he's angry at the ground. I don't know if you've ever seen the clips of him running like a maniac, but I think it's perfect where he is.
Yeah. There are definitely strategies out there where you could see receiver, and then if you take him as your first running back, I feel okay with that. Definitely. I mean, I don't know if I'm going to go that way, but I will say that is certainly an option, and I would feel fine with it. Joey's suggesting in the chat, Amani Bailey could do the Jerick McKinnon role. Certainly possible, but as of right now, I definitely like him a solid amount.
Yeah.
A solid amount. Jordan, let me ask you a question. Receivers. We got Hollywood Brown going in the 7th round. Last pick in the 7th round. We got Rashid Rice going in the last pick of the 8th round. And we got Xavier Worthy going in the 9th round. Which one of those three are you drafting? Also, Xavier Worthy going a pick or a round and a half above Ladd McConkey is crazy to me, but go ahead.
One of them is catching balls from Patrick Mahomes.
I understand.
So that matters. I
Okay.
think.
Apparently it matters a round and a half.
And I would agree with that. Rashid Rice is the bottom of that one for me.
Yeah.
I think there's too much unknown going into the season to be excited about spending an 8th round pick on him. So then it's between Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy. I would take... We're really talking about a round here. Last pick of the 7th, or basically one of the first picks of the 9th. So that's a round and some change.
Yeah.
I'd probably take Hollywood.
Adam?
Yeah, I mean, if all these speedy receivers that are living on my fantasy teams would just stop messing up about life, just do the right thing, and you would be a higher ADP, you moron. Anyway, I am good with Hollywood Brown where he is, even though I don't like him. I don't think he's as good as people think, but I think it's just right where he needs to be.
Yeah, I'm as Joey says in the chat, if you order Tyreek Hill from Temu, then you get Hollywood Brown. I agree. I think though, like I probably won't end up with that very many shares of either of them. It just
of any of the receivers?
Yeah, I don't know.
I want one of them.
You just want
I gotta
one?
have one of them.
Just want one. I
gotta have one because Pat Mahomes is throwing the ball. I'm trying to figure it out.
I'm probably taking the one in the latest. Then I'll probably take Worthy. So,
yeah, I would take Worthy there. Yep.
All right, Travis Kelce, 4th round. He's tight end 2 right now. You taking him in the 4th round?
Yeah, until he proves otherwise, I'm riding the Kelce train until he just really sucks.
Jordan, what tight ends are going around him? Or because
Laporta goes before him, and then it is loading, and McBride goes after him.
we know what I've mentioned, so
yeah, we'll get to
Trey McBride, tight end 1. Anyways, so yeah, I think it's fine if you want to take him. I will say, Father Time's undefeated. It's got to catch up sometime.
And he had a down year last year. You were drafting him in like the 1st round to be like that huge positional advantage that he didn't end up giving you.
Correct.
So that's the only thing that kind of stings. But he's an awesome player. I mean, 1,000 yards, 100 receptions.
He's what, 34, 35 years old now, right?
Like that,
so
yeah.
I mean, I think he could be one and done. I mean, like this could be it.
Yeah.
He just signed an extension.
So what? They're all 1-year deals.
Yeah.
Just hidden, All right, that means
Poor
the team
Jordan.
you hate the most is the Raiders. And why is that?
Say it correctly, though.
The
Raiders, because
Thank you.
their fan base is so annoying, first off. They always think they're good. I mean, most of the Raider fans weren't alive these days since they won the Super Bowl last. I mean, honestly, just
Over
be
it.
realistic about your squad being mediocre. I'm over this crap. I think Antonio Pierce is a fine man, great ball player back in the day, not going to be a good head coach. You can book that. I will book that the Raiders are going to finish last in the division. I will book that they don't have a receiver go over 1,000 yards.
You know, those sound
I'm hot
better.
right now.
Those sound better than I think. Like, all those, I'm kind of like, I guess I could see it. Like, I do think Antonio Pierce is going to be a good coach, though. I do. And Jordan, of course, will say no to Devontae Adams because he doesn't believe in old receivers. So,
Well, let me defend myself. 1,000 yards is a pretty low bar, especially for Devontae Adams. You're saying Devontae Adams isn't going to get 1,000 yards? That's a little crazy. My threshold is the 1,500 yard. The 1,500 yard range, which is what we treat some of these wide receivers as soon as they get over the age of 30. We treat them like they can still put out 1,500 yard seasons, and that I don't think they can do. 1,000 yards, easy for guys like that.
okay.
Not to wish ill will on the man, but I think Adams is going to get hurt. But
Okay.
let's jump into the quarterbacks, huh? We got Gardner Minshew
Yeah,
and
so
Aiden O'Connell. They're battling, right, for
yep,
for a job.
yep. I think
Sorry,
Gardner.
stole it from
I
you.
think Gardner
I don't got the
Minshew wins.
reason.
No, it's fine. I think Gardner Minshew wins. Who do you think wins?
I think Gardner Minshew wins it.
I was putting these graphics together. Excuse me, the department was. Aiden O'Connell is listed on the depth chart as QB1
Yeah.
for the team, but in every ADP,
Wow.
Gardner Minshew is being taken.
We've
So
already
the
talked
world
about
thinks it's
Gardner Minshew too much. You're not drafting him. He's going undrafted. Receivers, we got Devontae Adams, Jacoby Myers. Jacoby Myers going in the 13th round. I actually don't hate that. I think that offers some good value.
No.
As your wide receiver 5 on your team, like that's pretty decent. Devontae Adams going at the 2-5, wide receiver 9. I'm in agreement with Joey in the chat where I would take him as my wide receiver 2 10 times out of 10. Absolutely.
Devontae Adams?
Yes, I will do that every time that I can.
So here are the other wide receivers going in the second round, Jake. And
Yeah.
I'm curious where you have Devontae Adams. Marvin Harrison Jr.,
I'd rather have Adams.
Chris Olave,
Yeah, that's close. I'd probably
Drake
go
London.
Adams, though. Yeah, I'd go
Drake
Adams.
London, Garrett Wilson.
I'd rather have Garrett Wilson.
Okay. So that's how it's ranked. Like that is the order. It goes Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, Harrison, Olave is kind of the
It's
ordering
close,
of
yeah.
that. So ADPs, you feel comfortable with that?
Yes, I do.
I'm the counterpoint. I say no.
What do you mean, no?
I
No
wouldn't
to
take him
what?
in the second round. I'd take all those guys over him.
Let me ask you, if you take CMC in the first round and Adams falls to 210, would you take him then?
That's different, yes.
Okay.
Because then it's guys
Yeah,
like
I'd
Nico
take him.
Collins are next on the list.
I don't know, Adam,
And
if you know
Nico
this,
Collins
but we
is kind of
can't
a
see
coin
it.
toss.
No, I know that. Yep, I'm
Okay,
aware.
that's
I'm
fine, that's
good,
fine.
guys.
All right. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. Running backs, we got Zamir White, who looks to be the guy there now, going in the 8th round. Adam, how do you feel about that?
Don't know much about him if I'm being honest. It's okay. He probably could go a little lower if I'm being honest. The Raiders are the Raiders. They're gonna suck. So whoever you draft, guys, I know we're giving you a lot of good advice here about the Las Vegas Raiders. But listen, it's not gonna matter. I don't care about Zaire White or whatever the heck his name is.
I gotta ask, Adam, do you think that when
Zamir?
you turn your camera off that you don't lag as much?
No, I'm good. No, it's fine, guys. I'm good.
No, I'm just asking because then I could have a picture up so people could still see what you look like.
No, you don't gotta put a picture up. It's good. We're fine, guys.
All right, we're fine. Okay, it's fine.
Hey, keep it going. Keep it going.
What do you think of Zamir White?
He's going as running back 23, and that's fine. Like, there's 32 teams in the NFL. He's a starting running back.
Agreed.
Like, I'm fine with it. I'm probably not taking him in the I'm hopeful that I'm not stuck with someone like Zamir White at that point. But it's kind of a roll of the dice.
Yeah.
Because Alexander Madison is also there, who is a serviceable backup.
Agreed.
Like third
In
down
our
back.
chat here, we got Jamie and Joey who keep throwing out some pretty deep names. some rookies that you could definitely keep an eye out in camp as well. So if you want to check that out, make sure you're in the chat with us. Live on YouTube at youtube.com/Next Step Fantasy Football Podcast. Let's talk about Brock Bowers, who has a 11th round ADP. He's 11-1, and he's tight end 11.
You know who this absolutely kills, guys?
Who?
My boy, Michael Mayer.
The only guy on the Raiders you liked?
Destroyed his ADP.
Oh, yeah.
That was the only one I respected. I don't like him anymore, but I respect him.
Yeah, it's not good. Jordan, how much do you hate this ADP?
People are going to do it.
I'm not asking that. I'm asking how much do you hate it?
A lot.
A lot?
Yeah.
Jamie says,
hey,
how
why do we have some awkward segues?
What?
Some awkward segues. We have some awkward segues.
I don't know what he's trying to say
live,
to us.
lock in.
What I will say, though, is Jamie says, how dare you say Alexander Madison is serviceable?
He's fine. He's going to get touches. I don't know. He's going to take touches from the guy.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm not. I'll let someone else do it. Rookie tight ends don't produce for the most part, so.
And if there was going to be one, like it could be Bowers, but we thought that with Kyle Pitts, who had he had like a 1,000-yard season, but no touchdowns,
yeah.
Remember?
Yeah.
Like his rookie year. It's tough. It's a tough spot. It's risky, and to do it in the 11th round.
No, thank you. There are a lot of other tight ends going, Njoku going right around there, right? Like, I'd rather have a proven guy. All right, Adam, it's time. First of all, turn the music off. You're going to get us copyrighted.
No, it's a fake one.
It's a fake. It's not the real one. I love how now he starts lagging, too, now that he put on
immediately.
Just had to get a change of clothes. What's up, Broncos country?
I love this. If anyone's watching this later or listening later, I just love the fact. So Adam went and he put on a Broncos jersey because it's time to talk about the Broncos. And this poor little guy just is lagging beyond belief. Right now it looks like he's poking himself in the eye. Adam, what I want you to do, and Jordan, if he leaves, will it mess up the audio?
Yeah, sure will.
Okay, so don't you dare. But Adam, we're going to talk about it the best we can. Quickly, while you're here, talk about Bo Nix.
Oh, man. Well, I don't know his ADP, but take him. Sell the farm, baby.
It's basically undrafted.
I think he is the best quarterback in camp, and I've got some big thoughts on Bo Nix. Wait,
talk about it before you start lagging.
But the world hates the guy. I think he's going to be the clear-cut starter. I think he's going to throw for over 3,800 yards and over 26 touchdown passes.
What?
You can book it. You can book it because I think he is going to be excellent. People don't know what they're talking about when they judge this guy, especially my friends, okay? All of you just haters, okay? I love Bo Nix. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, okay, so he's going to be the worst rookie first-round quarterback this year. You can
book
that.
It? Ooh. Oh, good. He will. I can't wait for the booking show already.
Jordan, be the voice of reason. What do you think?
Jeez, can there be a middle ground here?
That's you.
Adam, did you say 26 touchdown passes?
I sure did.
Yeah. Can there be just like a modest 3,000-yard, 14 touchdown season out of Bo Nix?
There's not. It's 26 and 3,800 yards.
Successful? Like, I think it's more
all gas,
realistic.
no break, boys. That's how we do.
No, my comp to his season, not in playing style or anything, but like to that kind of rookie season, is like a Kenny Pickett, where you're like, I see it, like I could see it, it's just not quite there. And then I would think Kenny Pickett took the bad turn after the rookie season, but there was like promise, right? You were kind of like, people were excited about Kenny Pickett going into year 2. I think he will win games. He will be a system quarterback. Sean Payton can mold him. I think 3,000 yards and 14 TDs with 12 picks is realistic.
Yep.
Adam,
listen, no bias on this podcast. I'm a professional.
Adam, are the Broncos making the playoffs?
No, negative Ghost Rider, but I will be hopeful, and they'll break my heart and go like 8-9.
I was going to say,
Wait a minute. 3,800 yards
Yeah.
and 26 touchdowns, and they missed the playoffs?
That's what Russ did last year. That's
Let me
what
ask-
Russ did, and they missed playoffs.
Adam, so going into week 16, are the Broncos mathematically eliminated yet?
No.
Okay. All right. For fantasy purposes, 20th round is ridiculous. I think, though, all these rookie quarterbacks will get taken in fantasy. So late in your draft, you want to take a flyer as your. Don't take him as your backup. Take him as your third guy,
Third. Yeah.
and then let him outperform the backup and do really well according to Adam. So I'm just gonna shoot to Adam on all of these. Adam, is Greg Dulcich worth drafting?
Negative Ghost Rider.
All
Stay
right.
away from the tight ends. It sounds like Kroll. This Kroll guy is lighting up OTAs. So take that guy.
All right. Running backs. We got Javonte Williams, finished as running back 32 last year. Currently going as running back 26 in the 9th round. Thoughts, Adam?
I love this. This is like my show now. I just want to say that I've drank enough Kool-Aid on the Javonte Williams train. I'm officially kicking the bucket on that one.
Wow.
What's his ADP?
9th round.
Yep, fine. Possibly take him later. I don't trust him, and I think bold prediction. And yes, it's a little biased because he's from Notre Dame. Audric Estime might be the lead back eventually in Denver.
I think people are high on him.
Who?
I think
Estime?
people like the rookie.
Yeah, they do.
But they also have
He's a truck.
they also have Jaleel what's the other guy's name?
McLaughlin?
And he's also
McLaughlin,
getting
guys, come on now.
drafted. He's also getting drafted. So I think it's a crowded room there in Denver.
Yeah, Jaleel McLaughlin's more like that Darren Sproles kind of role. So I mean, that's a good role for him. He's never going to be the bell cow. So
All right. I mean, you're getting a starting running back
Wait.
week. Oh, jeez. We're getting a starting. Quiet, Adam. We're getting a starting running back in the 9th round is good value. I don't know if the rookie's going to take over, but maybe later on. But for now, it's decent value for sure.
Jake, would you rather have Zamir White in the
Yeah.
8th round or Javonte Williams in the 9th?
I'd rather have Javonte in the 9th.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Adam's happy about that. All right, Adam. Receivers, we got Courtland Sutton, Troy Franklin. Courtland Sutton's going in the 10th round after Ladd McConkey. And then Troy Franklin's going in the 17th. Thoughts on both?
So I think Courtland Sutton's time in Denver is going to be short-lived. I think they finally find a trade partner because he's pretty disgruntled. I guess there's a report that he was more upset about Russell Wilson leaving than people let on because they became bros. That's fine. The Steelers might be a good trade partner. Who knows? But if he is not traded, I think
would
Courtland
love
Sutton,
that.
that's good value where he's at. I think it's great value where he's at because he's a touchdown machine, red zone guy. So I think, if he stays healthy, I think that's pretty good value for him. Troy Franklin, love him in the Dynasty Leagues because I do think that he has a brighter future, too, than some people think.
Other guys that are not on my list here, but are Marvin Mims.
Yeah, I was going to say, we forgot Marvin Mims.
Yes.
Tim Patrick are being drafted after.
Yeah, come on, man.
They're being drafted
Yeah,
after.
I think Marvin Mims
goes around later.
Marvin Mims might be the best receiver on the Broncos this year when it's all said and done. I think he's just too good. They got to let him loose, and he's got to get better at route running. But I think he might be the best value in that room. Tim Patrick, we love him on the
We
pod.
love
sure
Tim
do.
Patrick.
But he might have another season ender here. We don't know. He's
There's
had
just been
back-to-back
too
years now,
many injuries.
He's going as wide receiver 125.
Yeah,
That's just, that is like
Yeah, poor-
not drafted times a million. So I like Marvin
Yeah,
Mims
poor
actually
guy.
the most out of all of the receivers.
Yeah.
He's obviously not on our list here based on ADP, but he's one that I
This-
really
thi-
like as late round.
This
flyer.
is really interesting depending on how your draft has been going, right? If you have been going maybe running back more like early in your first 10 rounds, if you've got more running backs, maybe you grabbed a tight end, maybe you took a quarterback early, Courtland Sutton can give your wide receiver 3 numbers and you're getting him in the 10th round. That's fantastic, right? Love that. You might want to target him.
One thing I want to say about Sorry,
you're
one
fine,
thing
man.
I want to say
Just
about
go.
Marvin Mims real quick. He with the kick return rules being that new setup, I think Marvin Mims has really good value in the kick return games.
Agreed. Just to finish what I was going to say, though, is if you go receiver, running back, receiver, like you have a bunch of receivers that are going to start every week, give me Mims later for the upside, right?
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I would go on that.
Yeah.
Cortland Sutton.
I mean, someone's got to catch 3,800 yards of passing.
Apparently, yeah. All right, guys, there you have it. That is the
Adam.
Oh, go ahead.
Adam, a question for both you boys, and then we can sign off. How does this division finish? What's the order?
You guys go first. I got my thoughts.
Well, first of all, set your computer down. Your head's getting cut off, and no one can see you. There it is. All right. I'll go. Chiefs finish first. Okay. So obviously, the Chiefs finish first. I think it goes Chargers, Broncos, Raiders.
That's exactly what I think too.
Yeah.
I think it's.
And I think only one team makes the playoffs.
Yep,
Well,
agree with that. Let me shock the world for you. It's going Chiefs,
Yep.
Broncos,
Of course.
Chargers, Raiders.
Wow, shocking.
Consider me a believer. And Sean Payton we trust.
I also think
And they're making the playoffs, and Bo Nix is a Pro Bowler.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
I will say I also think that
Nope.
Sean Payton is overrated. So.
Ooh. Can he
Oh,
again?
yeah,
Can these guys be properly rated? And can he be slowly making a team better?
He is not.
Why is it
properly
that
rated.
Why is that?
He is not
the second coming.
No, he is not trade away a first round pick. That is not properly rated to get him.
He made the Broncos the most competitive that they've been in years, man, last year. Seriously, they were a few games out of the playoffs.
They were still out of playoffs.
Nat Hackett did horrible.
Well, that's different.
Excuse me. Well, he did bad too. Now, listen, he is totally worth it. It's going to work out.
Okay.
Again, can it just be fine?
No, Jordan.
Be...
It's either one or the other. All right, guys. That is the AFC West. Thank you for listening to our whole AFC. You can go back on our YouTube channel or wherever you listen to podcasts and go listen to our all AFCs. All AFC episodes. They're good. They're relevant still. So go listen to them. We're going to start with the NFC North next week, Jordan, because that's how you do a clock. It starts with the NFC.
You mean a compass?
No. Yeah, I guess. Adam.
You almost had the upper hand.
Dang
Jake.
it.
You almost had it.
Adam, thanks for being here, man. Hope we appreciate it.
Hey, as always, people, good to see you. And go Broncos, go Twins, go Irish, go Tigers, baby. And I'm not biased. I stand by that.
I wasn't done talking, but all right. I guess we can be done.
Oh,
Thanks all.
And Jordan, you want to say anything else?
Nope. I'm good.
Okay, guys, you take care.